Next up, I want to go through a few of the advanced search options that you can perform in HuskyJobs. So again, from the home screen, you can scroll up here to the top and click on Jobs, Internships, On-Campus Interviews. And from the next page, you'll click on this advanced search link, which pops up more options you can filter your search by. Now, some of these are pretty self-explanatory, but I do want to cover a couple of them. First up, in the Show Me option, you have 4 different selections you can make. If you select all jobs and campus interviews, this will pull up everything that's currently in HuskyJobs. Second, you can choose all on-campus interviews, which are when employers book interviews on our campus in either Seattle, Bothell, or Tacoma, and they interview UW students after they've posted their positions in HuskyJobs and screen these candidates. Now, right now I'm filming this in summer, so there aren't any active on-campus interview positions, but they usually are pretty busy in the fall and winter, and they slow down a little bit in the spring. If you want some more information on on-campus interviews, you should check out that tutorial. The next option is all job listings, which will pull up all the postings on HuskyJobs besides on-campus interviews. And last, interviews I qualify for, which pulls up the on-campus interviews that I, as a specific student, will qualify for. Employers choose who can apply to their positions by selecting the GPA, the major, the grade level, and the work authorization to apply. So if I clicked on this, it would pull up all the positions that I met the screening criteria for. Again, this is something I'm going to go over in the on-campus interview tutorial. You can also search by which major the employer has selected, but I do have some concerns with searching only by major. The first one is it can be a little discouraging. Many employers might not know the coursework or the projects you've worked on, or your experience outside of school, but simply select a major because they feel like it might sound like the right fit to them for that position. Another issue that shows up with majors is sometimes you will see your major listed in the job description, but it's not selected in this field on the posting, which prevents that listing from getting pulled up had you searched by a specific major. If you do have a very industry-specific major, something such as computer science, statistics, accounting, or nursing, just to name a few, this field might actually work out well for you. But for others, I usually recommend against it. Instead, we'd recommend using a mixture of keyword search with some of these other features, possibly targeted population, which gives the overall general group the employer is looking for, but not the specific major. You can also see down here that you can add additional features by clicking more filters at the bottom. But for now, I want to go over another example search covering some of the filters that I just mentioned. For this example, let's say I'm looking for a sales internship at Microsoft. So you may want to select a few things. I'll keep it to all the postings in HuskyJobs. Select internship and use some keywords up here. Let's do sales Microsoft and see what that pulls up. So I see one position listed here at Microsoft. As I'm scrolling down, it doesn't look like any of these other employers are actually Microsoft, and you can see there's 20 results at the bottom. The reason all these other employers get pulled up is because it's searching the entire job description. So, for example, if another description said that they're looking for a candidate with Microsoft Office experience, such as PowerPoint, Excel, Word, that would get pulled into these results. Or if they said that they are working with Microsoft as a partner or as a client. For that reason, I'm going to go ahead and edit the keyword search because I'm only looking for positions at Microsoft. I'll use the parentheses to do an exact match. And keep the other criteria that I already searched for, internships, and all opportunities posted in HuskyJobs, and hit enter to search again. Now I can see that there's just one actual position with Microsoft in the system right now. Go ahead and click on that and check it out. After looking through the description, it's definitely something that I'm interested in. I do want to note that although at the bottom the desired major says business, in the job description it shows that all majors are welcome. You'd be surprised to find out how many job descriptions have this in the description, but have a different major selected at the bottom. And that's one of the reasons, again, why I am against selecting major or concentration when you're searching for jobs. Go ahead and apply for this position by hovering over the Apply Now button and clicking on it. As you saw earlier, I already uploaded a Microsoft resume, but in case I didn't, I could also click here to add and upload a new resume. Once you've submitted your application, you'll see the screen mark over here, as well as the check sign on the right side. Please do note that when the cover letter is required, it will show up here. For this position, there wasn't a cover letter required, and there's no way to submit one. Microsoft only wants a resume, so that's all you need to submit for this position. Let's say I'm checking my HuskyJobs account a week or two later, and I want to remember which positions I applied to. I can go to my home page, click over here, and see the history of the positions and companies I've applied to. Let's say with my previous example, I realized I submitted the wrong resume. I could go down here and withdraw my application. Now, since I did apply online through HuskyJobs, the resume got directly forwarded to the recruiter. So they've already gotten one copy of it. Although I can withdraw, if I wanted to apply to that position again, I would need to search it up here. Have the job pulled up again and reapply using a different resume. Now do note that the first resume did already go to the recruiter, so now they're just getting two copies of a different resume from me. In the next tutorial, I'll go over a couple more options in the advanced search functions.